Hey friends, I am back. We figured it out. Okay, but now that we've figured it out, we don't know what happened. It just came back, to be honest. But Alex did a whole bunch of wire things. I'm gonna be right back though, because I have to go pee. So I'll be right back. Just everybody funnel in, and in the chat, just let everybody know that I am gonna be right back, and the internet appears to be back okay. Honey, I'm home. Good morning, good morning. It's the Last Minute Laura show. Good morning, let's try again. Pretty flowers, aren't they though? I finished with the eggs while we were waiting for our internet to work again. And what did I wanted to do one other thing. Alex, do you have Wi-Fi on your phone? Can you turn on the light in here? Oh, never mind, I just got it. Wi-Fi turned on again. Cool. Now it's brighter. I couldn't get that light on because my phone wasn't connecting to the Wi-Fi. Anywho, hi. Ooh. Hi V, hi Dina, hi Maya. Good morning, nice to see you guys. So hopefully people will find their way back here. But while we wait for everybody from the stream to sort of come back in, let me show you some flowers. Hey, Beauty, let me show you them because I don't remember what we were talking about before the internet gave up on me. So Alex and I, yesterday we went to my mom and dad's house to pick up a package that arrived at their business address that arrived from V. V sent me a birthday present, or I guess it was before my birthday, but it's a birthday present because I'm opening it now. So I went over there to get that so I could open it today on camera with you guys. But on the way home, we went to the garden center because it was on the way home and it's outside and they had a whole bunch of flowers. And I was like, Alex got me a really cool present. He got me a new vlogging camera, and I was like, my present to me is going to be flowers for the garden. I know that was like a very like quick passover of what a cool gift Alex gave me. Look at this thing. Alex got me a brand new vlogging camera. We have the camera that's, okay, we have 3 cameras right now. An old one, this new one, which I'm overwhelmed by, and then the one that you guys are seeing me through. The old one and the one you guys are seeing me through are about this big. This thing has been sitting for a long time. But anyway, the point is, it's heavy, and the whole thing is a lot to carry around for vlogs. Like, if I'm doing this, it's heavy, and I know that's like, sucks to be you, wow, I'm whiny. But like, it gets heavy, that's all. It just gets heavy. And I said to Alex, fairly recently, I was saying that like, I either should get a new phone because my phone is like 4 years old at this point. Is it like 4 years old or 5? Because we were still in Ottawa when we got these. So like 5 years old my phone is, and that's fine. Like my phone works fine for me, but if I'm going to be filming vlogs, I want to like have at least a little bit of quality in the video footage. So I was like, I could get a camera, like a little one, or a new phone that has a better camera. And Alex surprised me, and for my birthday, he got me this little, it's still a camera, like it'll still take really nice video and really nice photos, but it's small enough that I can carry it around with me to show you stuff in the yard, you know, like when I'm doing my vlogging stuff outside. Just something a little bit higher quality than what my phone is giving. A little bit more dynamic range. That's the problem that the iPhone has, is the quality is almost great. The only thing it's missing is the dynamic range. So that means like for the color orange in a Canon camera, the color orange will have 1,000 like options, like orange 1 through 1,000 that it could be. So it'll be like there can be lots of shades, whereas in an iPhone there might only be 10 oranges. So, as in the color orange. So there would be like almost a blockiness to it. It kind of adds this like pixelation, that I don't love. And it makes it hard to color correct. And sometimes I'm filming like first thing in the morning when the light looks like insane. So I have to like adjust the lighting. It's like a little, it's like YouTube background stuff. I'm just kidding. But for real, Alex did get me that, and that was like, I didn't even know how to respond. I don't know how to, like, I'm not really comfortable with anything expensive or accepting anything expensive or I'm just like, have like a weird thing about money. It's like, I just have this like mentality of scarcity, and I don't know. So I said to Alex, like, I'm not going to do that this time. I'm just going to be very thankful for this gift that was very thoughtful, and I'm going to just appreciate it rather than worrying about breaking it or worrying about it being so expensive or worrying about, I'm just going to be happy and appreciate that Alex was so thoughtful and so generous and got me a really beautiful gift. So that's that for that. So, but when we were on our way home from my parents' house where we were picking up the package from V, which I am going to open, just not quite yet, we stopped at the garden center. It was outside. Are we live now? Yes, we are. We're back. Hopefully everything's okay now. We're back. But anyway, we stopped at the garden center and I said, I'm going to get myself a few flowers for the garden. And Alex was like, okay. Alex ended up getting them for me. So thanks to Alex for also getting me flowers and stuff. But I got a few new plants. Some of them are already in my garden, even though it's too early. Yes, we are going to be getting like positive 2 Celsius, plus 2 Celsius, so like around 30 something Fahrenheit. So it's going to be cold, but I think that the marigolds will be fine, and I think that the alyssum that I put in will be fine. Those are the only 2 things I planted, marigolds and alyssum. But I bought really pretty petunias that will go really nice with my mom's petunias. So my mom's petunias are like gonna have more flowers, but they are slightly smaller blooms. Like, not, this is just a different variety, but I feel like having these kind interspersed, I don't know if I'm gonna do this as a planter yet or if I'm gonna put them right in the dirt. Maybe you guys can advise me on that, because I don't know. But anyway, I was at the garden center and I saw these petunias and I was like, these look like a vibe that I'm here for. Let me just bunch up the ones that I like thought would be nice planted together. I'll just put them in a basket in sort of some arrangement. But anyway, they had a deal where if you buy some amount, you get some amount off. Not that they needed to convince me, but, you know, we can pretend that that's why I bought them. They were on sale! That's why I bought plants. Bless you, I'm so sorry. There's so many plants in the house right now. Alex is just sneezing so much. I feel bad for him. But I also can't put these outside yet because it's too cold. So it's one of those, like, struggle. I feel bad, but also there's literally nothing that's going to make it better. He has his allergy meds, and that is the best for like 4 more days. Okay, so these are the petunias that we got. So these ones are the new ones. I think they're so pretty. They look almost tropical, don't you think? These ones are my mom's. These ones in here are my mom's too. And then we got these ones as well. Isn't that pretty? And then I thought we got 3 different colors. Oh, no. This one's called, by the way, this one's called Daddy Sugar. It's a trademarked petunia. Does that mean I can't save seeds? Or does that mean it won't make seeds? I think it means I can't save seeds if it's trademarked. But it's called Daddy Sugar. This purple one. And thank you, AJ. Thank you so much. This one, what's this one called? It's called Pretty Grand. Pretty Grand Summer. That's nice. Anyway, these are the petunias, and I picked up a few more so that I could either do a planter or put some in the ground. I don't know if petunias do well in the ground. I literally know nothing. I know my mom does flowers every year, but for some reason that didn't really ever sit in my brain. Like, I know how to make them come to life now. I understand seeds, but I don't know where things go yet. That's not in my strengths. So I don't know. Can petunias go right in the ground? Do they need like good soil, or can they be in like clayish soil? Anyway, the other thing we got was alyssum. This is alyssum. It's just pretty little pink flowers, and there's 4 plants in each of these, and I planted a few of them already. I picked up 5 of these in different colors, and the suspense is killing me. What's in the box? Yes, we're gonna open it. We're gonna open it. Don't worry. But anyway, these will spread and be like a carpet of pretty pink and purple flowers. So I planted them. I have like succulent sedum. It's like a creeping floor cover plant for like rocky soil, and I planted that right against the walkway to get to our house, because it was all in the garden already. I just moved it all, so it was like it's a border now. And then on the other side, I made the border that July snow, what's it called? Summer snow. It's like it looks like a white fuzzy, it's like a white flower in the summer, but before that it kind of looks like a very tiny lamb's ear. Anyway, I lined the garden with those 2 things, and then I put in marigolds in between. We have like bushes in our front yard. It's like a pine bush thing, or hedge type thing, and then a boxwood hedge, and then some pretty pine variety, and then a boxwood hedge, and then a different pine variety and a boxwood hedge, and then like a butterfly bush. There's like bushes, and they're like tended to. I trimmed them all yesterday. Amazing. My dad lent me his trimmer, and I trimmed all of our hedges. So anyway, between each of those, I planted marigolds. I also planted hostas underneath each of the boxwood hedges. So, because I trimmed the boxwood hedges to be round, so there's like space underneath them. And I planted hostas because it's almost shady. So I think, I also took out all the weeds yesterday. Yesterday was literally one of the best days of my whole life. I had the best day ever. Alex and I'm going to tell you all about it. But anyway, the point is, I put in some of these flowers, and they look really cute, and yesterday it went down to like 3 degrees Celsius, and none of them even looked like they had a moment of struggling, which is great. So I'm pretty sure our front garden is going to be lit this summer, and every summer moving forward. I've decided I want to be, it sucks that Alex is allergic because I want flowers now. I just want lots of flowers. They're so pretty. Look how fun they are. Like, I don't want them in my indoor plants. I just want green indoor plants. But, ooh, does that not add some vibes to the summer? I love it. And I got these dark purple alyssum because there's going to be a lot of marigolds in my garden. I even bought a marigold. Don't tell my mom, because I have like a bunch from her, and she's also growing like hundreds and hundreds, but I needed one that was blooming already so that I could see it against the colors at the store and against the colors in my garden, so that's why I bought one. Anyway, I planted them already. I'm going to be planting more in and around them, but I wanted to know what could go with the orange and kind of like tone it down. So to go with the orange, I got a lot of purple and pink. So then the orange will be like the highlight. It's just a lot of the colors that I've planted or that are planted in our yard are orange already. So I want to like pull away from the orange a little bit for our wedding. So I figured if I just surround all of the orange plants with purple and pink plants, then the orange might just look like a highlight color as opposed to looking like, I don't want orange as my wedding color. That's all. I just really want to find a way to sort of, like, I don't want to get rid of any of the orange flowers. I just want to surround them with other flowers so that they are not the focal color. Because, like, marigolds are going to be a huge thing in my backyard garden this year. So I'm just wanting to, like, try and find a new way. And I can't believe you're making your own wedding dress, Laura. That's fantastic. I mean, honestly, every time I think about it, I get a little bit more nervous because I have not even started yet. And most likely it will end up being a last-minute weekend made dress 1 week before. Like, realistically, I know that I put things off all the time. I'll probably cut the dress out, like, next week and then, like, leave it all the way until, like, mid-August. And then I'll be like, what am I doing? So we'll see how that goes. Donka, oh, thank you, Donka. Lovely plants, Laura. You look so nice. Thank you, thank you. Louisa, hey again. We have a runaway. Did they get away or did they go back in? I didn't even see. Sorry, Alex. The sneezing, I'm sorry. Bless you. Poor guy. The suspense is killing me. What's in the box? All right, so let's get into the box. What do you think? Also, sorry, everyone, that we lost the connection before. Have you chosen your fabric? I haven't purchased my fabric. I have chosen it, though. I want to do I think it's called a double gauze linen. It's like white linen, but it's soft, so it's flowy. It's nice. I've chosen the idea of the fabric. I think I might dye it, though. Like, I might do something with avocado to try and, like, pink it up a little. Maybe not the whole dress, but I have some, like, ideas. And most likely it'll be all thrown together and it'll come out just fine and no one will know the difference. It does smell amazing in this room, and I feel like I want to move the tulips outside. Are they actually... If I move the tulips outside, will it make any impact on Alex's sneezing? I don't know. Like, could the tulips be causing it the most? Because they're, like, open, and I can see pollen. I don't know. If I just move the tulips, is it pointless because I have all these ones? I don't know how it works. I'm here just restarting my phone. Okay, sounds good. Then before I open this, then, I want to tell you guys another bit of a story. So yesterday was literally the best day ever, and I want to tell you about it because it was like probably, like, honestly, it was the best day of 2021. It was the best day of 2020 for me. Like, this day was so good. Alex and I woke up at the crack of dawn, 6 a.m., right? 7 a.m.? No, we got up at 6 because my alarm went off. We got up. I got up. Alex was already up. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I got up at 6 a.m. I was alone in my bed, and I was like, where could he be? And then he came in, and he said, good morning. And I was like, what? Alex is not a morning person, like those of you who've been around for a while. He is, like, not. He's, like, most of the time dead to the world a zombie until, like, noon, or at least, like, 10:30. And anything before that is, like, don't bother, like, there's no memories being formed for him unless he's been awake for a long time. So I know that means he woke up a while before that. He was dressed and clean and beautiful, and he was just like, happy birthday, good morning. And I was like, okay, good morning, this is awesome. And he said, well, we're gonna go now. We're gonna go get some breakfast. And I was like, I'd love that. So he went outside, we went and got breakfast at our local coffee shop, brought it home, and then we stayed outside together, hanging out with chickens when we let the chickens out, just talking about them and talking just having like nice chats about our backyard. I walked him through the plants I've transplanted. He told me what he was thinking for different spaces. We talked about like where we're gonna get married, like we want like physically in the yard, how we're gonna set up the ceremony and stuff. It was really lovely. As the sun was rising, it was beautiful because I woke up at 6, so we got to like have the sunrise while we were talking about our wedding. It was a really nice conversation. And then Alex was like, what do you have, like, I'm here. He took the day off work so that we would have the day, and it was amazing because all day I had him at my disposal. So I used him as physical labor, but only minimally. So he said, like, I'll do anything you need today. And I was like, I just want to be outside. It's going to be a beautiful day. I want a garden. And I want to plant in the backyard. Like, I really want to start planting my garden in the backyard. So I transplanted some hostas, and then I, like, still was not done with my gardening itch. But I can't do anything else in the backyard right now because Alex needs to rototill one more time. But we're waiting for this. We're in the middle of, like, a rain week. After this rain week, Alex will rototill. It's just not, it doesn't make sense to rototill now because the rain will compact everything down anyway. So it's you rototill after a rain. Anyway, so I can't do anything in the backyard. Plus it's too early to put vegetables in the ground in my location. I'm in zone 7. I'm not in zone 7B. I'm in zone 7A. Sorry, I've been saying 7B, but I'm in 7A. And really close to 6B, so it's still cold. Like, it's not cold, but it's too cold for seedlings to go outside or for me to plant seeds outside. So I was just itching to garden though, so I decided I'm gonna do the whole front garden. And our front garden is a mess, or it was a mess. Like, fully weeds, mostly made of clay, lots of perennials, like lots of tulips are in our front yard, and there's crocuses that didn't come up this year, but I know they're in there. And then, like I said, there's those hedges, boxwood hedge, some kind of pine sort of hedge, and then boxwood hedge, which is like you could make a whole, like a full hedge out of it, but instead they're like decorative in our garden, and there's like plants that grow on the ground between these hedges. And it's all creeping Charlie. There's clover, creeping Charlie, thatch grass, which is like a true devil plant. And then this other weed that is very easily breakable, so it's very hard to get rid of because when you try and pull it out, you only break off like the first little bit, so it's very frustrating. Anyway, so I spent all day in the garden digging out every single weed. Alex, anytime I needed him for anything, he worked on our car and on the lawnmower all day. He like replaced pieces on both of those vehicles, and he was in the driveway working and I was in the front yard working, so it was like we were together. It's literally like the perfect day for me. I don't want to work with anyone. I don't want anyone to be helping me. It stresses me out. I get really irritable if I'm working on a project. Like, if Alex and I are trying to build something together, it needs to be pretty organized for me to not feel at least some level of irritation. I work really well on creative things alone. I don't work really well on creative things with people. But I love being with Alex, and I want him to be with me when I'm doing the things I want to do, but I want him to be doing something too. And so, oh gosh, I have a sneeze coming. Oh, thank you. Anywho, so it was the perfect day. He worked on the vehicles in the front yard, and 5 meters away from him, I worked in the garden pulling weeds. And every time I needed a physical labor task done, he was right there, and he was so, like, if I said, hey, could you do that? He would do it like right away, which was amazing, because like, you know, like when somebody asks you to do something and you're like, yeah, I'll be there in a minute, that's like normal. Well, it was birthday day, so he literally would drop anything and come do the thing. Like if I was planting something, moving hostas is what I was doing first. I said, like, can you bring me water when you have a chance? He was like, sure, and took the thing out of my hand and went and filled it with water, the watering can. There was no wait time for any of the tasks I wanted. So everything I wanted to get done, I got done, because anytime I needed help, he was there to help right away, which is awesome because, like, obviously normally that's not realistic. Like, he would be at work and, like, there would be wait times where if I needed a physical labor job, I would need to wait a little bit, and I didn't because he had the day off, and he, like, Yeah, he like was there doing all the things. So I took all the weeds out of the entire front garden bed, which you should see how much of a pile it created. Our garden is not that huge, and it's a lot of vegetation that came out of it, and it's all like awful weeds, so I can't even compost them, so I don't know what to do. Because like everything online says like put them in a black garbage bag and put them in the trash, but I'm like, ugh, I don't want to do that, but I also really don't want these weeds to spread. Thatch grass is my hell. Let me see what everyone's saying. Oh, that's so sweet, Laura. I think so too, V. Joyce, good morning, beautiful live background. You look very, aw, thank you. Thanks for the time you gave to us. Oh, well, I'm glad you're here, Joyce. Thanks for coming. You're back. I am Doxy. I'm here. Okay, so, yeah, I gardened all day. I got a little sunburn, just a little one. It's about this big, and it's on my lower back. I have like a tramp stamp sunburn. Could you not, though? You guys are moving in like 3 days. You don't need to fly away before then. I'm gonna get you out. They have a new enclosure in 3 days. Okay, so that happened. I planted some new plants. What else did I do yesterday that was really cool? I feel like the gardening was like my whole day. And then Alex and I went to my parents' house and then went to the nursery on the way home. Oh, and then I trimmed all of the hedges. So, okay, so we have all of those different bushes, but they're all like overgrown because last year Alex trimmed them in the spring and they grow like a foot every year unless you trim them back. And I trimmed them into like round tree shapes. So I made it a rough like sphere at this point, with it having bush all the way to the ground. But I'm looking online to see if there's any like fun, bless you, fun ways I can like cut the boxwood hedge to make it more fun. So like I'm thinking of like if I can make the trunk part. Actually, let's look at that now. I'm about to open it, I promise. I'm gonna open the gift in just a minute. I'm just thinking. I want to know if I can trim the boxwood hedge into like the shape of like a cartoon tree, you know, like where it has like the trunk and then just like a bush. I don't know if you can do that with boxwood. Like some hedges that would make them sick. They need to be like contained boxwood hedge. Okay, let's see about, there's a lot of round ones. How about boxwood hedge, boxwood landscaping? Let's do that. Bless you, Alex. All the bless yous. Yeah, so I'm thinking like of making it like that in my front garden, like a decorative bush. I'm betting it was at one point. It's just it's not been tended to properly like by a landscape person in a really long time because that's not who was living here. So it's just been like trimmed, not maintained. Or it's just been maintained, not like, I don't know how to explain it. You understand what I mean. You understand the words that I'm trying to say, right? Anyway, I'm trying to see if there's any cool ways that I can cut it to make it interesting because they're not connected, so I can't make one full hedge with it. Excuse me? What do you think you're doing? Yeah, that's right. Pingu is sitting on the glass up here, but she's just sitting like a little owl. Okay, let's open. What do you think? Let's open. Okay, so I ripped it so I wouldn't have to try and figure out how to open it. So I haven't opened it, I just opened it. It's fine, don't worry. Also, don't forget to like the video, friends, because nobody is going to find the video. Okay. Oh my god, this is like packed full of awesome stuff. Okay, got everything. Oh my gosh, this is actually very much something I want right now. A pair of overalls. I want a pair of overalls so bad for working in the garden with. And this says the knit overall. Okay, it's a pattern. First of all, V, I love you. I love this. This is awesome. Thank you. This pattern is for a set of overalls. And I need a set of overalls for the garden. It says it's for knit, but I'm sure I could make it like adjust the pattern and make it a little bit bigger and then just use a not stretchy fabric, like a canvas sort of thing. I have a lot of this like muslin canvas, and I want to make a pair of overalls out of it. I bet you I could just adjust the pattern so that it doesn't need the stretch. This is so cool. This is a project for sure for this summer. Like, I need a pair of overalls for the garden. Oh, also, I collected another tick. It wasn't on me, but it was on my sweater. Ooh, 1940s retro vibes. Look at that. That's cool. Maybe an after the wedding evening dress. That's a pretty style. I wonder if that would look good on me. It looks like it would accentuate your hips really nice. Like, they put skinny models in it, but I bet that it would make my hips look good. Because it's got all that pleating. This is something I was aware that there was some fabric. You told me about some of it, but I love fabric. New fabric is the best. Ah, look at how pretty this is. That is so pretty. Doesn't that, like, fit into my aesthetic right now? You guys, look. It's now. I feel like I want this on my person. Maybe I could make, like, the bodice of a dress with just, like, that as the bodice, and then have the skirt be, like, lace or something. This is beautiful. Oh, God, I love fabric. Don't you love fabric? Doesn't it just make you... It's like paper that... It's not like paper. I don't know. It's amazing. I love fabric. Oh, God. Look how pretty it looks. I'm looking at it as you're looking at it. Like, V, this is very thoughtful. I am very happy with all of this, V. This is really, really kind of you. Design a knitted coat. Ew, how to knit a knitted coat? Ugh, that sounds like my nightmare. I should try it. Wouldn't that be a fun project of watching me struggle through making a coat out of knit? Look at that. Imagine me knitting that. I work at Joann's, so I got you. Clearly, that's a beautiful, beautiful fabric. Oh, that'll be so pretty. I don't know what I'll put it in. Ooh, that's cool. Crocheted Afghan. Fun looking stitch for that. That's pretty. That I could probably do because it's crochet. It's not. It's like you're trying to hurt me with the knitted thing because I want to do it so bad, but I know that also it's going to be really hard. Aw, a crochet granny square jacket. I love old patterns. Aren't they the cutest? That's cute. That might be fun for winter, huh? Maybe we could do like, this could be how we do the chicken sweater, you know? Each one of the stars could be like the color of the egg or the color of the chicken. That might be fun. Cute. Okay. Ooh, turquoise and gold. I love that. That's pretty. That would go with like a lot of my color. Do you see my nails are the same color? A lot of my color choices. Thank you, V. That's very thoughtful. I love buttons. I'm such a hoarder. Literally, I love all these things because I'm a hoarder of craft items. Literally, I will keep them forever. Like, I will keep these forever. That knitted coat, doesn't matter if I don't make it. I will hoard it because it's a craft item. Ooh, this is interesting. A knitted bathroom set. That sounds really cool, actually, because bathroom rugs are cool. Ew, but it's knitting. The stress. That seems like it would be a square, though, so maybe I can do it. Ooh, this is edgy. Look at that. That's pretty. Ooh, was this going to be a sleeve, perhaps? Friend? How cool is that? So edgy. Skeletons. With dahlias. Pretty. I bought a dahlia. Right here. See? Same flower as this. Look, see, I'll even put it back here so you can see that they look the same when far apart. This is the same flower. This one's just red and that one's pink. You should try junk journals. You can make them with anything. Junk journals. Like, literally like sewing a journal together. Sounds interesting. This is obviously my vibe. It's like you guys know what colors I'm into. Yes, I never used it, and I remember you saying you send scraps if we had them, so that's what happened. Well, yes, because I will put it in a quilt or something. Or that could be a mask even. This is pretty and cozy. Look at that. Doesn't that give you like like warm fall fireplace vibes. Like a lumberjack. A soft lumberjack. Literally each of these things that I've opened has been in the color palette of today's show. Have you noticed that? Literally all the things you sent, like look, purples right here, oranges and blacks right here, dahlias, pink dahlias back there. So weird. It's like psychic connection. And then just in general, beautiful floral with black. Floral with black. I'm telling you. I knew. Somehow I knew. Also, this is the best thing in the whole world, and I'm going to make an actual dress out of it. I'm literally going to make a dress out of it. A whole dress. I'm going to look like Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz, and I'm going to absolutely love it. Are you ready to see this fabric? You're gonna die. Look at it! It's covered in chickens! Oh my god, it's covered in chickens. It's gonna be a dress. I'm gonna wear this, and from far away you'll be like, oh, it's just like a print, a blue check pattern with a modeled print. Maybe it's leaves or something. And then you'll come up close and you'll be like, it's roosters! I'm very excited for this. I don't know if you can tell. This is something that very much excites me. Chicken content is close to my heart. Also, still, just saying, still fits in with the color palette here. See, we've got the like grays over here, right? Then we've got the like splashes of orange. It kind of goes with my sweater, I'm telling you. The orange plaid, I mean, I have a lot of it, so if you need to make a coat or something, let me know. Okay, I'll let you know. I wonder what I should make with it. Something cozy for sure. Good morning, Sarah. Good morning. And I'm glad you like it. I really do. Very like this. This is something that's very exciting to me. I love fabric. Don't you love fabric? Fabric and yarn, opening them, touching new yarn and new fabric when it's like, it could literally be like any yarn or fabric that's new to you. It doesn't have to be new. It could be like new to you, new fabric or yarn. It always has this novel, like, it's so exciting, like you found a treasure. That's what it feels like for me. Every time yarn or fabric that wasn't mine before becomes mine, it's treasure. It's like, I imagine the feeling of finding treasure. Now, just like smile in your heart knowing that I get to feel that every time I have new fabric or new yarn. Like, as if I found treasure. Even though, well, it is treasure to me, but I mean like the feeling, the good feeling in your heart of treasure finding. I don't know if you know what I mean. Like when you find a really cool rock, or like, I guess for other people, like if you find like money, like if you just found money on the floor, you're like, wow, the world is amazing. It's like, that's how I feel every time I have new yarn or new fabric. I put a pic on Discord of what, Birdie? You should try of junk journals. Let's have a look. Ooh, pretty. Yeah, I could definitely do that. That is definitely something I could do. I have a lot of those ingredients that are in that junk journal picture you showed. What a thoughtful gift. I'm happy to see it. Me too! Very thoughtful. I know, it's so thoughtful and like also like highly novel, you know, like it's like joyful. It's very thoughtful and I'm like, oh, thank you. I want to be like humble about it, but also I'm like excited like a little kid because I'm like, it's like a exciting thing. So it's thoughtful and I want you to understand that I do really appreciate it, but I'm also like, look at all this cool stuff. And I'm just gonna sit and enjoy it. Ooh, this one's really pretty. Ooh, I like the third option. What do you think of this? For that chicken dress. That might be fun. I like Laura Ashley patterns. This is pretty too. I love the photos that come. Ooh, that's actually a really pretty dress. I feel like the fabric they chose is like okay. Like it makes it look very like, I don't know, 90s. But look at the actual style of the dress. That could be really pretty. Please ignore my nails. I took a literal hour-long bath yesterday and scrubbed my hands. It's like stained with soil, so just don't come for me. It's just the way that my life is in the spring, okay? I have literal dirty fingers. And I sat in the bath for an hour last night, and then I shaved my legs so that I would be scrubbing my hands with soap. And like I used a loofah on my hands repeatedly, and then I washed my hair like aggressively with my hands, like with my nails, thinking at least one of those 3 things is going to do the getting the dirt out from underneath my nails, like because I was gardening all day yesterday. Nope. Still dirt under my nails, but it's not under my nails, it's under my nail bed, and it hurts because I'm like not good at keeping my hands safe when doing any task. I think they'll be a cute combination. I think so. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. I think that's going to be one of my soon projects. Honestly, I'm looking at that chicken fabric, and like as soon as it's warm, I want to be wearing that. Yep. I also have another pattern though that I haven't made yet that I purchased that would go really well with it as well. Yeah, I'm kind of excited. I'm kind of excited. Thank you so much, V. I don't know how to say thank you without saying I don't know how to say thank you in a more thankful way. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. That was awesome. It's a really cool birthday gift. I feel seen. So thank you. Is this because you don't like wearing gardening gloves? Yes, Maya. I don't like wearing gardening gloves, and I often use my hands while gardening. Like, I have a little shovel, and I have a big shovel, and I have like a hard rake. I don't know what it's called. I think it's called a something rake, but it's like the hard kind, and then we have like a regular rake. We don't have a ton of tools for gardening otherwise. But I don't like wearing them. Alex always wears gloves, but I don't like wearing them. I mean, maybe if I could find like really fitted ones, like basically like, it would have to be like thin like calf skin and like thin leather gloves that don't interfere with my like feeling. Because it's, for me, gardening is like a lot of it is I need to feel the stem, and the stems are so fine, so I like to use my hands because I can feel roots and stuff better when I'm trying to pull weeds. It's like difficult. If I am happy to see your excitement, V, you must be in high heaven. Aw. I'm glad that you guys enjoyed me opening that too. Even though I'm gonna be the one that's gonna like really enjoy it, I'm glad that it's fun for you to see me open it too. So, yes, I don't wear gloves. I'm not responsible when I'm gardening. And I've been bitten by things while gardening for this very reason. Like, I get stung by fire ants, I get bit by spiders, I get bit by just miscellaneous insects when I'm gardening. And yes, gloves would help that. Gloves would also protect my fingernails, but I can't feel what I'm doing, so I hurt myself instead. Sorry. So what did you guys do yesterday? I gardened all day, and then I got some really cool new plants. I'm really happy about them. Had a really good birthday. I had a really good birthday. I hope you guys have good birthdays. I feel like this was one of my best birthdays in the recent past. I had like a really good day. The last birthday I think that was this like memorable for me was one time, I don't know what birthday it was, but Alex took me to this fancy place for breakfast. Like, it's a fancy brunch place, like one of those, like, I don't know if it was Michelin star, but it was like a fancy brunch place. And like, you need, the waiting list is, there's like a waiting list. You don't just walk in, it's like fancy. And they had like handmade ice cream, and they had banana bread ice cream. That's like the most exciting thing. And we had this fancy brunch, and I ordered whatever I wanted. It was like one of those. And then we, after that, we went to one of those pottery paint places. I don't know what the place is called, like Once Upon a Make Your Own Mug, and they have like stuff that's already made, and you paint it with glazes, and then you come back in a week. And we made a teacup and a teapot. Or did we just do a teapot? I feel like we did a teacup and it broke, but we did a teapot and for sure that broke. And oh, actually I can show it to you. I have it, I think, in this room. I think it is. I can't throw it out because it was like my best birthday ever. Or at least it was in my top. I think it was probably my best birthday. We made a teapot, and I can't throw out the part that we still have, that even though it broke. And we glazed it, and I drew like blueberries and did some leaf patterns on there. And the bottom, it had our initials on it, and we painted the inside yellow. It was so cute. But anyway, we went to that place and did that. And then after that, we went to sushi for dinner. And then after that, we went to the movies, and it was like this full day of like all of my favorite things, like a crafty thing, food thing, another food thing, and then a entertainment thing. It was just a lot of fun. And yesterday felt equally novel, like equally exciting and happy and fun and like childishly fun. I had a really good day. I'm not trying to brag, except for I am. I had like a really good day. So, yeah, that was my birthday. And the only person I really hung out with was Alex. And I had two of my favorite birthdays, I spent the whole day with almost just Alex. Like, I saw my parents briefly. They wished me a happy birthday, of course. My mom showed me my cake. We're not eating it until Saturday or Sunday, when my little sister is going to be at the farm too. We're obviously going to be masked and socially distanced, but socially distanced. Also, my sister, my parents are all vaccinated, so it's just me who isn't. Anyway, a very adult thing to do. Yeah, you washed all your bedding. That is a very adult thing to do. But anyway, overalls would be great in that, don't you think? I think that would be super cool. But yeah, so that's that for that. That was fun. So, oh, also yesterday I forgot to say, I hope you had an awesome birthday. Thanks, Tracy. It was awesome. After we gardened all day long, so we had breakfast, then we gardened all day long. I didn't even eat lunch. Like, I didn't notice. We just worked all day. Hi, Laura. I love your work. Very inspirational. Aw, Migdalia, thank you so much. That's very so sweet of you to say. I'm sorry there aren't as many tutorials coming out as of late. Oh, the cake. Yes, my mom makes a cake that is insane. Like, the cakes that my mom makes are... she makes this chocolate cake that's so dense. It's like the cake from Matilda. Like, it's a devil's food cake that ate a devil's food cake. It's so dense, it's like almost a brownie, but it's not. It's cake. It's so good. And then she makes them 2 layers high and puts buttercream icing between them, and then icing all over the whole thing, obviously. It's going to be so good. And I know it's going to be so good. And since it was made yesterday, like when I went over, she had just finished baking it. But since we changed plans to not do my birthday like stuff tomorrow, we're just gonna do it on the weekend. It's gonna go into the freezer, which will make it so good. If you've ever had fresh cake that's been put in the freezer and then you eat it after it's cooled down, it's so good. It's like extra moist and extra dense. So it's gonna be exceptional. If there was any dryness at all to a cake and you freeze it for like a day and then take it out of the freezer, the dryness will be gone and it will be the best cake ever. So anyway, it's gonna be the best cake ever. But yesterday, what Alex and I did, we had sushi for dinner, all you can eat sushi. We had it at home, so really I just ordered us a ton of sushi. It was like, I order whatever I want. So I did, and I went nuts, and Alex picked it up. You could either do delivery or takeout, and we just went and took it out. And by we, I mean just Alex, because I played in the garden all day, and Alex didn't make me leave anywhere. I just enjoyed my whole day. Anywho, we had so much sushi. We got edamame beans, we got green dragon roll, red dragon roll, rainbow roll, California roll, all the good rolls, avocado rolls, so many avocado rolls. I ate a lot of sushi yesterday. So much so that I was like uncomfortably full. It was like one of those like, so good, but also so bad, you know? When you're like, I don't know that you really should have done that, but also while it was happening, it was wonderful. So we had sushi, and then after that, Alex went outside and did tree cutting. He like cut the trees that I wanted cut while I took a bath. So I took a bath and I just enjoyed like an hour sitting in a hot bath. And then after that, we watched a TV show or a movie. We watched something and ate ice cream cake. He got an ice cream cake from Dairy Queen, which is my favorite, like my favorite cake. I mean, other than my mom's cake, like my mom's cake is always going to be number one, but number two, he got an ice cream cake from Dairy Queen, which they don't sell ice cream cakes for like 2 people. So now I have ice cream cake for days. Like literally we each ate a slice yesterday and it's got like 10 more slices in there. I'm going to very much enjoy the next several days. I'm also going to have an upset stomach because that is a crap ton of dairy for me to be ingesting, but the fudgy thing in the middle of a Dairy Queen birthday cake, oh, so good. So sorry that I made you hungry. I made myself a little hungry, which is crazy because last night I thought I could never be hungry again. I was so full, which is a good feeling sometimes. So that was my day yesterday. Excellent day. Had an excellent day. It was wonderful. And now my garden is going to be amazing. My garden is going to be so good out front. I'm very excited for these hedges. They're all trimmed and nice shaped now, which is great. And they're not finished. Like I have like tweaking work to do, but all of the weeds have been pulled. So as soon as the weather turns, I can like throw all of these things in the garden. Like I'm ready to go. I've already amended the soil. I added some garden soil and like tilled it in. Just with like a hard rake. I didn't till it with the tiller because there's a ton of bulbs in there. I moved some of the bulbs so that there's areas that have way more tulips for next year. They were already not going to bloom because I had damaged them, like stepping on them early in the season. So I moved them to the tulip location that I wanted them. And then I planted some Hoya, some hosta, which is going to be I'm so excited to see these hostas come into bloom, not bloom, into growth, because hostas are beautiful and so jungly and so like the leaves are like here's the shape of the leaf and it's that big, like it's a huge leaf. Can we see your garden one day? Absolutely, Lebo, which one's better? Absolutely, I will. I think that I'll vlog gardening day when it's actually the day to put in the plants. I'll vlog that so you can see what I'm doing, and then I'll show you at the end of the day what it looks like. That won't be next week, it'll be the week after that. Like, not this weekend coming up, not next weekend. The weekend after that is when all the things are going in the garden. I am already sick of having my house full of small plants. I'm ready for them to go out in the dirt, but we can't put them out until they're going to be safe outside. Except I did put some marigolds and some alyssum already. But yes, absolutely I'm going to show off my garden because I'm working so hard on it. And if it looks awful, I'm not going to want to hear it from you. When I show it to you, if you don't like it, I'm not going to want to hear that feedback because I'm making it exactly how I want it, or at least I'm trying to. I don't really have a vision for it yet perfectly because I've never done it before. So I don't know how full things will get. So I don't know how to like plant to make sure everything is covered. Like I don't want there to be like exposed dirt. I want everything covered. So I've planted like low plants, medium plants, and tall plants in different spots. So same here, I'm so ready for these plants to go outside. Yeah, like at first you're like, this is so fun. They take up 1 meter by 1 meter. They're just little seedlings. And then they keep growing and it's like, now I have no floor in my dining room. The whole dining room is plants. It started out all fitting under my one grow light and now they're all in individual pots. You plant 100 little things in a skid that's only this big, but they all end up being an individual plant this big, so you have 100 of, yeah, it's just like it expands like exponentially, and now I've got huge plants that need to go in the ground and want to go in the ground and are almost struggling because I'm not putting them in the ground, but I can't put them in the ground because it's too cold. They won't survive. Like, I don't know how to explain it to them. Hold on, a few more days. I don't know what to tell you. I can't up-pot you anymore. You're just unhappy because you need to go into the dirt. You need the all-day sunlight and you need spring, and you're a little early, so just chill. That's me talking to my beans right now because my beans are like out to get me and they're failing. They're just struggling really bad. A few leaves have died. They dropped their main grow point and started growing outwards, which is fine with me. And I think they'll bounce back. Like, I'm not worried that they're gonna die, but I'm worried that they might be stunted because of this, or that I might have like ruined my bean production chances. And I want to have beans this year for days. I want to do jarring. I want to make dilly beans. I want to make different kinds of dilly beans that aren't only dill flavored but are other things. I want to do green beans for snacking. I love this really tasty green bean salad that I know how to make now, and I want to eat that often in the wintertime, in the summertime. And I also want them to just cover up my fence. I want it to grow all around my fence. So hopefully that happens. Also, my chamomile is coming up. I found another chamomile in the field behind our house, so it must have blown seeds from my place last year because I had chamomile in the backyard last year. So I transplanted it because it's on a farm's like field, and if they come to plant their seeds for this year, I don't think they're planting anything this year though, because they should have already tilled and they didn't till. They tilled last in November. But there is like second maybe this is what second cut is, but they had hay or straw growing last year, or wheat. They had some grain that looked like a wheat growed last year. Maybe it was barley, or maybe it was wheat, or maybe it was barley, wheat. No, I think it would have been one of those two. It wasn't oats. Anyway, I don't know if they're growing anything this year, but if they were, it would have gotten tilled up. So I transplanted it to my garden, and it's happy living there. I keep finding them outside of my home and wanting to bring them home. Also, while tending the weeds in my garden yesterday, I found 2 ferns. You know how I transplanted a couple of ferns from our forest to our yard? When I was out searching for fiddleheads, I found that there were many ferns that were not connected to anything. They're epiphytically growing just on top of rocks with just like hair roots touching moss, so they're not growing into any substrate. So when you pick up the plant, the whole plant can come off the rock. Like it just wasn't sticking to anything, which I thought was really cool. So I took a couple home and put them in my backyard. But I found a couple more growing underneath this one area of my yard. There's a few of them already growing, so I'm going to transplant them again from where I planted them now to where these other ones are to make a little like area of these ferns. Plus I know they'll survive there because they're already existing there. So that was exciting. I was very happy about that. So that means there's going to be hostas and ferns. I've got tons of irises and daylilies. It's going to be a very bushy, like green, lush garden this year. And then I'm also hoping to shove as many flowers into the yard as I can. I'm making it part of our wedding budget to spend money on flowers this year, which is awesome because I probably would never have spent any money on flowers if it wasn't for our wedding. And then I would have been like, it's fine. That's because last year all I had was marigolds and it was perfect. I did not miss flowers last year. I mean, our garden, our perennial garden that was planted by the previous owners, it's always got new flowers coming up, but like I had no desire for the annual flowers. But now since it's for our wedding, I have motivation to do something a little extra. And so I'm kind of like learning about annuals and coming to enjoy them. Hi everyone, hey there Bee. Laura, your makeup looks awesome today, thank you. And the chicks behind you are adorable. And also, little troublemakers. You little troublemakers, you need to transfer into a different living environment. Not till this weekend, but they will be. You could put a fan on them so they get strong stems and they get used to moving about. Yes, that's a good idea, except for some of them are flowering and I don't want them to blow pollen around. Alex is allergic. But for the seedlings, what I've been doing is on days when it's above 10 degrees Celsius, which is somewhere in the 40s for you in Imperial, is that what it's called? What's the other version? The other, like Fahrenheit. What's that system called? Anyway, if you're not metric. Well, deep breaths, Laura. Anyway, when it's above 10 degrees Celsius in the day, I bring all the plants outside and I leave them outside for a good part of the day and I bring them inside at the end of the day before it gets cold. So they are getting like daytime sun and daytime wind. So I think they're going to be okay, Birdie. It's just they're like not doing well. Imperial, is that wrong? You know, like Fahrenheit, Celsius is, well, Celsius isn't metric, is it? Is it part of the metric system? I guess. I'm thinking like Celsius and Fahrenheit are 2 different systems, right? What are they called again? Just don't worry about me. Sometimes my brain is just like flatlining, and apparently right now it is. But also thank you for your nice compliment, Bee. I took a bath last night and washed my hair, and then I slept on it. So it's actually bed head, but this side looks like it's curls. Doesn't it look like there's like curls going on? It's not. It's like, it's the same as this. It's just bed head. But when I look at the camera like this, it looks like I have like nice curls, but they're not. They're literally just, it's just like hair. There's no curls. Anyway, I did put on makeup though, even eyeliner. So What else is going on? Oh, I really actually do have to sew Marshmallow's sweater today. Alex and I noticed she actually does have like a spot now that has no feathers on it, which is the worst because before it was just thinning, and I was like, I have time. It's just like, it's not going to get worse, and it got a little bit worse. Imperial is for inches and those measurements, but I have no idea whether Fahrenheit is in that category. Isn't it? I think that Fahrenheit and inches and feet, I feel like those all go together. Have you got any crochet projects going on? Donka, not right now. I don't have any crochet projects. I did do a rough copy of a chicken sweater for a crochet, but I think fabric is going to be safer because the chicken's claws can get caught in the yarn loops, and I don't want the guy to end up attached to Marshmallow by his feet, like by accident. So I want to make it out of fabric. The only yarny thing I have on the go is that knitted project that I've put down and not picked up in a long time. I guess I could have picked that up. Ooh. I posted some pictures of my plants on Discord. Oh, awesome. I'm excited to see. I just yawned. Ooh. Hey, girl, hey. Look at all those. What have you got going on there? Look at all those plants. Oh my gosh, I'm excited for your garden too. Nice pothos. Is that a pothos? It's like heart-shaped. What's that last one? I need to plant more right now. Yeah, that's what I'm realizing too, is I'm like, I actually want more flowers, so I want to start planting more, but I think I'm just going to direct seed them outside. I think I'm not going to start any more things inside because I just don't have any space. I just don't have room for them. I can make room for them. I do not wish to. Hey, Kathy, good morning. I need some new projects, but life is so hectic and I don't have time for anything. That's how I feel right now, is that I don't have time for a crochet thing because I don't have time to just like enjoy quiet time. Anytime that there's like a nice moment to sit still and do nothing, I just want to be outside. I just want outside right now. Oh, also yesterday was amazing because after the morning where I got all my like calls and texts from family, I put my phone down and I didn't touch it for the rest of the day. I didn't check Instagram, I didn't check Twitter, I didn't check Facebook, I didn't check anything. I just really had a good time outside with no internet. It's been a while, looking good. Thank you, Kathy. If it's been a while, you probably think my hair has grown because my hair grows fast. When it's short, hair looks like it grows fast. It's actually growing like really slow, but because 1 centimeter when you only have 5 centimeters of hair is a lot. I'm hoping that it'll get long enough by the wedding to do something, to make it do something. I don't know what I'm gonna do to it, but I hope that by the wedding I can at least style it a little bit in some way. I keep looking at this chicken fabric. V sent me this beautiful fabric. And it has roosters on it, and it keeps catching my eye. I keep being like, oh, look at that rooster. Oh, so pretty. It's gonna be a really cool thing. I'm very excited to use it. Oh God, I love new fabric. I love new yarn. It's not a problem. It's a curated art collection of yarn and fabric. That's what I have. The last picture is a moonflower. Ooh, a moonflower. That's a pretty sounding plant. Does it have a nighttime blooming flower? Do you know when flowers are like nighttime bloomers, they're usually white because then moths can see them in the dark to pollinate them? That's interesting, isn't it? I think it's interesting. Anywho, I'm gonna have a vlog coming out hopefully tomorrow. It's done almost. If your hair gets just a tiny bit longer, you should be able to French or Dutch braid it, maybe with some flowers in it. I think that French braiding, the front is still a little short for that. Maybe I could do a Dutch braid. I don't think a French braid would stay in, but I think I could probably do a Dutch braid in a month. It's just like I could do a really tight Dutch braid that kind of looks like a cornrow that would start like that. I've done something like that, but yeah, I think probably 2 months and I could do Dutch braids. I would love to be able to do French braids, just to have like 2 cute little French braids. They don't even have to go all the way, just to like here, just so that I could stick some flowers in and attach a veil to something. Totally. Oh, I'm excited. I still haven't decided if I'm going to dye my hair pink or not, though, because I've been really enjoying having my natural hair color. But also, like last year, I was so certain I wanted pink hair for the wedding that I'm like confused now. That would be pretty. You could also do some cute twists. True, twists are a good backup plan. Another thing that, like, I mean, for shorter hair, twists will hold short hair, I mean. Also, I could do that headband thing where you put a headband on and then twist your hair through in and around the headband. I'm in a yarn mess now, Louisa said. I use it double for a sweater and now I'm making it single. Oh my goodness. You used it double? Oh god, that is a yarn mess. I know what you mean. You have a ball of yarn that's 2 strands of yarn, but you're only using 1. So the ball is, you have to wrap a ball while you're working. Yuck. I've done that before. Doing it the opposite way is not bad. Having 2 balls of yarn that you're working with at the same time is no problem. 1 ball of yarn that is 2 strands is honestly the worst. What I would recommend is before you keep working, just employ one of your family members to roll a ball of yarn at the same time as you. And then for the one that is attached to your crochet hook, just roll it as a... There's a specific way you can wrap it so that you'll have a center pull yarn cake when you're finished. But yeah, sounds awful. Escapee must have jumped back in. I love the way you have it today. Thank you, Kathy. Yep, it's a big white flower, probably about the size of Imani's head. Oh, cool. Sorry, I wasn't keeping up with the chat quick enough to know about the chicken escapee. Thank you for letting me know, though, because I don't keep my eye on them. The funny thing is they don't leave. They don't fly away. They jump onto the edge of it. Once they start trying to leave the glass enclosure, that would be a problem, but they won't get to that intelligence level by the weekend. They're too scared to leave, but by the weekend we'll be moving them into their next enclosure, like the next size up. So they have more room to run around and spread their wings. How many chicks do you have now? We have 3 that are going to be 8 weeks old on Sunday. They will be going out probably next week to live with the adults. So 8 weeks old. And then we have 5-week-olds. We have 9 5-week-olds. And then we have 11 2-week-olds. That's how many chicks we have. And then we have our flock of 15. I suppose our flock is going up to 18. Also, I'm having second thoughts about our chicken, our first hatch, the 3 that are left. I think that both of Fern's babies are girls. They both haven't had their combs turn any color at all. They're almost like orangey. I think they might both be girls. And that would be so exciting to me because then we could have 2 more stupid white birds, which is all I want. I love those stupid white birds. I am also thinking that I was wrong about Lady Diana, who is Diane's baby. I thought it was a girl, and now I'm thinking that that one might be a boy because it's quite large. It could just be getting more food than the others somehow, but it is quite large, and I think that it could be a boy, which means we won't be keeping him. So that could be a bummer for me because I really do want one of Diane's chicks, like really bad. And that would be enough incentive for me to do another hatch this summer just of Diane's to try and get a girl from Diane's chicks. I love her so much. She's my favorite chicken. Diane and Fern and Poppy are my 3 favorite chickens, but I wouldn't breed Poppy because she's not very nice, and she is also like a factory farmed chicken, and since I bred Fern, who is very nice, but a factory farmed chicken, I don't think I'm going to breed another factory farmed chicken. But Diane is a black Australorp. She's a very gentle chicken, and she's got a lovely voice. She talks all the time. Obviously she doesn't speak English because she's a chicken, but she makes beautiful noises. She's fat. Like, she's probably like, I would say more than 10 pounds probably. She's maybe like a 15-pound chicken, and she's just full of feathers, and she's just dense, and she's got just a beautiful, kind-looking face because she's got dark brown eyes. A lot of the chickens have yellow and orange eyes, which is pretty. Like, it looks normal on a chicken. It would be weird on a human, but it looks normal on a chicken. But for some reason, Diane has these, like, nice brown eyes, so she just looks so gentle and calm, when the others kind of look like a little wild because their eyes are like yellow, so then you could see how small their pupil is, and they just look a little like crazed. She always looks like a mother goose, you know, like just a gentle, fat barnyard chicken. She's the best, and I want one of her babies to live on our farm. But I need it to be a girl because I want it to not have a problem with our rooster. I just posted my new cardigan in Discord. Let me have a look. Ooh, I love it. Ooh, I love the colors. Hey, you picked purple and orange. Isn't that weird? I have a lot of purple and orange, I'm telling you. We have like a connection, you guys. There is some psychic energy in our group. Like a sweet cartoon hen. Yeah, Louisa, like a sweet cartoon hen. Absolutely. Just have to say, Laura, I love your sweater so much. Thank you. I need to make another one ASAP. I love it too. I love the colors. I feel like it makes me happy. It is. But I love it. No, it's good. I like it. I think your sweater's pretty, Donka. Oh, sorry, not Donka. Yeah, Donka. Like a sweet cartoon hen. Do you hear that drama over there? Yeah, you should make another one. I love this one. This sweater is awesome. It's gotten me through many a chilly morning. And it's wool, so it's actually warmer than it looks. So it's like casual, but also like hella cozy. It's a happy hexagon. Yes, I like it. I like it a lot. I just wanted to make something that was like a granny square that wasn't a granny square, and then I found a pattern for a hexagon, and I was like, oh, I can figure this out. So then the hexagon jumper was born. I'm so excited for the bigger chickens to move outside. Gosh, I'm so excited for so many things about this summer. Like, honestly, the pandemic, it's the worst, but I'm like a loner by nature, and I'm like very happy outside alone. And it looks like that's going to be a lot of my summer, being outside alone. And by alone, I mean with all of my animals. So I'm going to be quite relaxed. I mean, it's inconvenient to have everything closed, but I saw this morning, and I think it might have been Candice who posted this on Facebook. Somebody posted, it might have been Candice. The virus doesn't move. People move. If we stop moving, if people stop moving, the virus stops moving. And then it stops spreading. So I'm pretty much just feeling that way. Like, I'm not going anywhere unless I really need to. I mean, save for the garden center, but it's outside. And obviously I wear a mask, and obviously I'm very careful when I'm there. And we still are at like capacity limits everywhere. But still, this summer for me is probably going to be a lot of stress because I'm going to be planning a wedding, but a lot of fun because I'm going to be spending a lot of time outside in my garden, playing with plants and animals and making the yard just a beautiful garden getaway. I'm thinking like English tea party / Swedish forest / Savannah, Georgia swampy vibes. Something in that range. When I told my husband I am painting our dining lounge in purple and green, he was like, oh no. But I love it. It works. Hey, if it works, right? And obviously when you say like purple and green, like it's not going to be like directly rainbow purple and rainbow green, right? It's like shades of both. So you can make any colors work together if you pick the right like shade and intensity. I also still want to make the hexagon sweater, but where do you find the time next to all your other projects? I don't have time right now. I'm not crocheting like at all. I'm literally only knitting right now because I'm sitting and talking with you. I haven't picked this up since the last time I picked it up on stream. I've not been doing much crafting at all. Like handmade stuff has not been in my priorities right now. I still want to do YouTube. I still want to share with you guys stuff, but I don't have tutorials coming, so that's why I'm vlogging. Because I enjoy making videos. Like, that's something I enjoy doing. I just don't have time to do the crochet work that is involved for crochet videos, which makes me more inclined to do vlog style content because then I can just show you what I'm doing each day when I show you. There will be another vlog coming out this weekend, by the way. I'm not 100% sure when because I'm not finished putting the music parts in yet, but probably pretty soon. Well, it's going to be pretty soon. It's either going to be Saturday or Sunday, but I'll let you know when I know. Oh, I just got like a horrible wave of nausea right now. Oh. I hate when that happens. I just need a sec, sorry. I hate that. Just randomly sometimes I'll just get like a huge wave of nausea for no reason. Like I'm not particularly hungry or thirsty. I'm not pregnant. I'm not sick. I just get like a wave of nausea and it's like almost gone now. Mostly it's gone. That was annoying though. It like, you know when you're like, it's kind of like the feeling before you're gonna faint. You know something's about to happen. It's that feeling where you're like, I can't participate in life for a second. I just need to like zone out and keep myself from feeling nauseous, basically. So that's why I sort of zoned out. Haha, just broken body things. I actually don't know why that would happen. My stomach just made a huge noise though, like a growl, so maybe it was just hungry. Too much sushi, that's why. Too much sushi. Making me nauseous? I don't know about that. Sushi's delightful. I am very happy with the amount of sushi I consumed yesterday. Hey, it all fit in my stomach, so I didn't eat too much. Apparently humming helps with nausea waves. It works for me when I have nausea as my anxiety response. Okay, I'll try it next time that happens. I love that idea. If humming could fix it, I will do it. Plus, then I won't look as crazy when I completely disconnect from, like, life to just concentrate for a minute. At least I can go like, and then you can be like, oh, Laura's just dealing with a weird wave of nausea. See? Penguin just sits. So cute. I love sushi too. Just an idea. It's 10:30. I'm gonna head out, friends. We've been here an hour and a half, an hour 20. Oh, on this new stream. But I think I'm gonna go because it's 10:30 and I have to go do chicken chores. Go feed my grown-up chickens, and then I'm gonna have to check on all the babies. What is the eel sushi called? I think it was my favorite. Really? I hate eel. I really don't like eel. What is eel called? Oh shoot, I can't remember. It was lovely. See you, everyone. Yes, Danka, agreed. It was lovely. Thank you for coming. Sorry about the little bit of a internet issue earlier, but I hope you have a wonderful day. Unagi, thank you. So I hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you on Monday, but there will be a vlog coming out this weekend, so if you want to see what's going on with some of my stuff, definitely check out the vlog this weekend. I love you guys. I really appreciate you being here every morning that I'm living, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays from 8 a.m. till 10 a.m. normally, and then a vlog will come out once a week, typically on Thursdays, but this week it'll be on the weekend. Anywho, don't forget to subscribe if you're new. Like the video if you haven't hit the like button yet. I would really appreciate if you click the like button, especially because we had to break the stream up into 2 today, unfortunately. But I will see you next time. Toodaloo! Bye! And also, one last thing before I leave for the day. Appreciate you guys. Thank you, patrons. You guys are awesome. I really appreciate it. Thanks for supporting me. Okay, love you.